Morning, 22nd of May, about 7, having a good go at planting today. I just got the plants up yesterday with an extra pair of hands, which was handy, and just put them in blocks by each bed, so we've already marked them out, and just digging the holes. So I tend to dig a row, plant, dig a row, plant. I try to dig 2 rows because I'm digging with a spade. These are pretty big holes. Then they one fills in the other as you dig them. So I've just done this row. I'll add in some poultry pellets across the top of that, plant the row, go around, do the next bit. So got just short of 400 to plant. Hopefully I'll get at least the majority of those done today, and then they're in a week earlier than I'd normally go, but I think we're clear for frost down here, and this is the best time I've got to do it. Next week I've got other stuff on as well, so we'll see where we get on. Right, it's about 4:30, but I've got it done. This is the second plot. We'll go back to the first one. All planted now. So I started today, finished today, which was good. That's 2 lots of 26 Gertler, and we've got 2 lots of 26 Misty, and a bed of 26 Christabel, or I will remember, brain's going to sleep. And we've got a bed of 26 Dave's Choice, and with a long canes bed of 26 Marston Suzanne. So a few less in here than last year, but all double rows and plenty of space, hopefully manageable. Just scattered a few slug pellets around. They've all had a ½ gallon each of water just to water them in, and I'll probably give them another go Thursday. So we'll have a look at the other plot. I've put on about 50 kilos of fast grow as well, and across the planting holes as I've dug them on over both plots, not just on one. So here's the other plot planted out. That's where we started this morning. So that's 40 Mary's Jamander, 40 Happy Diane, 40 White Candy, 40 Canora Challenger, and 40 I'll remember the names in a minute, won't I? Oakwood Goldcrest. Till it's been a long day, but again all in watered slug pellets. So every whole field, which I'm quite pleased about. Hardly any spare plants, but I did manage to get what I did need, and reasonable plants of them. So the season begins. Good luck. Good morning, or nearly afternoon. First or third, what's the date today? 5th of June. Get there in the end. Plants have been in 2 weeks today, and you'll probably see more of a difference than me because you would have just seen what they were like when they were planted. So traditionally this would be the week I'd normally plant it out, so I've not stopped them for the first time yet, but we're going to do that today. I'll just run through and chop them out, but they're starting to get away. They've definitely got their feet down. It's Mary's, Happy Diane's, that'd be the White Candy, Challengers, and Oakwoods. So they've just had the first feed, ½ gallon of lawn food, soluble lawn food, so nitrogen feed. I've been through the plot, just give it a hoe, just tidied the paths. We had a little shower of rain yesterday. It just meant I could break the soil a little bit, and it made it easier to work. So now I'll just show you what I'm doing when I'm cutting the tops out, or pinching them out in some cases. Oakwood Goldcrest, grow this about 7 or 8 up, depends on the strength of the plant. When we look in there, there is a bud just forming. No point trying to hang on to it. So again, take the top off. We're going to leave probably about 6 shoots there. And probably likely these top little ones, they will bud up before the others, and quite often I just wipe those out and just leave that pair of leaves. If you start chonking down the stem too hard, you open it up and then you can get water and food down there. But you can see there's plenty of shoots there. It doesn't naturally want to give you 8 shoots on a single stop, so a double stop really is the only way. Aim for timing, because it will always want a bud before you want it to. So here's Challenger, nice little stocky plant, but again the shoots are already developing. There's no way I'm going to hold that for another 4 or 5 weeks. So top off, make a hack job with one hand, and it says already a decent pair down there, another pair there, so that's going to give us at least 6 shoots on the first stop, which is more than enough. I'll probably go back to this plant and take out a couple more as they grow, because I only really want 4 or 5 to stop for the second time at the beginning of July. In contrast, this one's obviously I've chopped the top out. At some point it might have been a mother plant, or it just budded early, so it's going to get stopped. We're just going to take out anything that's weak like that. It's got 1, 2, 3 decent shoots, and again we just stop them. Take the top 2 off, stop that one, rub the top bits off, and then this one, rub that one off. So that should give me probably 6 or 8 shoots, which should be more than enough to do when I need to. I don't keep them going down the plant, because I do like to try to leave some leaves on there to grow later. So that's today's job after I've watered or fed the other plot as well. I've just got to get through them, don't take long. So this is Mary's Germander. It's already had the top taken out once, probably because it budded in the pot, but I'm never that worried about it. And as you can see, it's got quite a few shoots already. Now there's no hope in hell that those shoots are going to hold until really the end of the month or first week of July, when I want to put the second stop in, which is effectively the timing stop. And all I'll end up doing is leaving these for another week, maybe 2. The buds will come, the shoots will start developing, and there won't be enough then to stop in about 4 or 5 weeks time. So the only way really to deal with it, and we're doing this really from a timing point of view, and also from a number of breaks. So I'll grow this about 16 up, and you're not going to get 16 shoots from planting a Mary's Germander once and then just taking a single top out and hope you're going to get 16 shoots. So just basically pinching them out, leaving 1 or 2 pairs of leaves on each stem. If they're low, weaker ones, I tend to just take it down at 1 pair, the higher 2. So we've got those out, and as you can see, 2 pairs of leaves. You can see it on there, the stubs on there. These shoots then, the ones that are just sitting there forming, will be the ones that we'll be stopping about the first week of July. In contrast, obviously, which was a younger plant, so I'll hobble along on my knees. We've got a plant here that hasn't had the top removed. By nature, if the plants are nice and soft and well potted, they're soft at the base, and they do start shooting from low down on their own. Hard plants that have been pot bound, tend to not shoot from down there and start shooting from higher up. So that's an even simpler process on this one, because these little shoots in there will be fine in about 3 or 4 weeks time, or 4 or 5 weeks time. I'm just going to take the top out completely. So we've removed that, and then we have got probably about 8 shoots there that will develop, which I'll then stop again, as I said before, about the first week of July. I'm going to do that to all the plants today. Doesn't matter whether they're miniatures, poms, giants, large, they get their first stop, and I'll show you that on some of the bigger ones. So that's that done. So the plants have all shrunk a bit. Now off to the other plot over there somewhere. That's the second plot done. So I'll just pinch back the girdler. So it's those two beds. Again, they've all been hoed, fed beforehand, and so slab pellets down. That's the Misty, all stopped. There's Christabel, Dave's Choice, and Suzanne. So all watered, fed, hoed, stopped, and I'll see you when they're grown a bit more. Ta-da.